charging your battery. Weird advice, I know. But I guarantee that by the end of this talk, you will understand exactly why. And you will gain 2.4 years of life doing it. Not by adding anything, but by taking something away. So, yesterday, when I was doom scrolling in the name of research, my phone buzzed with the low battery notification. I didn't think too much and decided I would watch till my phone ran out, which would be around 15 minutes, right? Wrong. I ended up watching for another hour and still zero ideas. But I wasn't confused about my productivity. I was confused about my phone. How did it last for an hour on 5%? To understand that, I want you to imagine that your life is this battery. You wake up at 100%, ready to conquer everything. But by the time you're back from school or work, you're down to 50%. Homework takes another chunk, and the rest slips away. Messages you'd said you replied to, videos you didn't mean to open, and time you don't even remember spending. At 20%, you think you can finally rest. And that's when you realize you have something big due tomorrow. This could be anything, from an assignment to meeting an important client. Panic kicks in. And I've been in that moment more times than I'd like to admit. There was this one week where I had 3 competitions to prep for, tutoring sessions for friends who were counting on me. My finals were next week. And somewhere in all of that, I stopped sleeping. The funny part is, this is the kind of person people think has it all together. But that Friday, I came home and just broke. When I say broke, I didn't smash anything. I didn't have a movie moment either. I just ended up in the corner of my bed, knees pulled up, quietly crying. The kind of tired that doesn't make a sound. And then my phone buzzed. Low battery, 20%. You know, at 20%, your phone doesn't power off. It does something smarter. It shuts down the background apps. It lowers its brightness. It starts conserving its energy. The phone has identified what actually matters right now, and it is protecting that. We too, humans, do the same. In those high pressure moments, you stop worrying about the assignments that aren't due for another week or the group chat that keeps buzzing. Instead, you focus on the project due tonight, the examination tomorrow, or just any commitment you've already made. It's not perfect, but you get through it. The question isn't whether you're capable of adapting. The question is, do you wait for that moment, or can you choose it earlier? You see, adaptability is not just something that happens under high pressure or in a crisis. Think about it. You don't talk to your friend the same way you talk to your teacher. You don't pitch an idea to a panel the same way you'd pitch it to your little sibling. And that's not being fake, that's being adaptable. You're reading the situation and adjusting accordingly. The moment I started doing this consciously, not just in survival mode, but as a choice, everything opened up. I started getting more out of conversations because I wasn't delivering the same script to every person. I was able to solve problems faster because I wasn't attached to one fixed way of doing things. Not surprisingly, I started getting more time back. Time that, according to research on psychological flexibility, adds up to 2.4 years over the course of a life. And I've been wondering about why ever since. Because everyone around me was always charging their batteries harder. More work, more energy, more coffee. But I wasn't charging mine. I was just doing what the moment actually needed from me. Without realizing it, I was adapting. So, yes, stop charging your battery. Instead, adapt. Doesn't sound so weird anymore, does it? Thank you.